Hey everybody, thanks so much for tuning into Young Money Investments. In today's video, the reason you are clicking on this video is because you want to learn how I made $2,300 day trading, how I made it shorting companies. If you like this video, if you find it interesting, please hit that thumbs up button, please hit the subscribe button. We are growing this channel like crazy. I am excited to teach you some of my strategies, what I look for in chart patterns in order to short. That is going to be today's video. Let's get it today on Young Money Investments. Aren't you guys? So we have not really done a lot of these videos as of recent. It's probably been like 2 weeks or so since I have done a recap on a trading day, what I traded, where I got in, where I got out, what chart patterns I was looking for. And that is what we are going to hit today in Young Money Investments. So I want to switch the screen over and have us take a look at what my P&L was. I trade on Trade Zero. For those of you that don't know, I am a big fan of Trade Zero. I actually am going to be partnering with them most likely this week. So we're getting all the contract details kind of finalized. Keep it on the down low. But I do like the broker. So today I traded mostly BIOC. I tried to get on NOVN. The broker was really not filling me. I had 1,000 shares that I located, but it would not fill me. So I ended up just getting out of this and just really was kind of pissed with this trade, not being able to get into it. And then OBLN was the big one, and actually is still, I'm swinging this trade right now, is going to be the big runner tomorrow. That's full of manipulation from the algorithms. And then you have OTLK, which was actually a swing trade that I took and closed that out this morning. So we're gonna take a look at the chart patterns and see how I was able to close this out and make $2,300. So this is the private stock group. This is, you know, every day I'm posting my P&Ls. Yesterday I made roughly about 1,300. The day before was roughly, I don't know what that is, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800 and something, I guess. Just consistently in here posting profits. Everyone, you know, that is in here is posting their profits, talking about what they're doing. I'm pretty good at getting in here daily, posting those. You have your short positions. This is going to be for the private mentorship as well. We are in here daily going over what we're talking about, what we're looking at. You have your main channel. All that great stuff is all going to be in here, as well as swing trades that we're taking, and oh gosh, investment section, news articles, you name it, we post it here in the Discord group. All right, you guys, so here are the charts for OBLN and BIOC. I trade using TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim platform for my charting software. Now, I don't use them for like trading. That's why it's obviously the simulated trading. Like I said, it's Trade Zero. But let's take a look at OBLN today. So OBLN is a penny stock that had this crazy stinking move today. So as you can see, I ended up shorting this, and this is where I actually ended up making my profit. I shorted it starting out, I think right in here at like 122-ish, averaged up, got in here several times at like 135, and then rode it all the way down and ended up covering my position, I think right in here at like 190, 193-ish. Didn't get anything out right here. This is where I'm actually swinging and have added, because towards the end of the day, the computer algorithms ended up getting into this and just causing this thing to go sky high. This company will most likely get an offering. It really is not a great company. What I saw in trading OBLN was the fact that this company, for example, what I saw in this company is that if you look at this on the 3-year chart, what is it doing? It's just consistently going down, down, down. It's not a company that is going to cause a reversal and start having an uptrend. As you can tell, there's so much volume today. It's really just a company that is like sucking money. Basically, every time it spikes, they try to get an offering to get more money, and then it goes back down and it shrinks. So that's on the 3-year chart. You look here at the 180-day chart, you're gonna see again, this company has a very consistent history and tendency of spiking, causing spikes, and then it runs back down. This ran over 100%, and then it came literally right back down. So this has a consistent history of doing these things. If you look at this on the 1-year chart as well, you're gonna see it will not continue to hold up these gains. On the 1-year chart, you can see where it's gonna start forming resistance right here. Maybe we'll see it run to $2 max, but this is, RSI is so overextended. We're sitting at a 77 RSI on the year. it's a good fundamental short from so many technical analysis. Now, yes, you need to be careful. The stock, yes, is a penny stock for all intents and purposes. It's going to go back into the sub-dollar range. The question is just how long is it going to take for this company to go back to that range. So OBLN was a nice short today. It's going to be a nice short tomorrow as well. I'm holding roughly about 7,000 shares currently. I think it's like 6,700 shares at the moment. Plan on this thing most likely getting an offering, and we'll see what happens in the following video if I made bank or if I paid a ton in locate fees and ended up actually losing a little bit of money. So that is what's going on with OBLN. Let's take a look here. I did make some money and have been actually swing trading BIOC for several days now. And if you know BIOC, you will see that this company was trading down here at 78 cents. Had this massive spike to $2 up here, $2.35 actually, and then ended up beginning to fade down. Now today, at pre-market hours, we got quite the bounce down here. It really just consolidated. Most likely this trend, what will happen with BIOC is that we will see in the after hours this company start to fade down even more, and I'll look to cover somewhere down here in the teens most likely. If I can get sub teens, somewhere around like 109, 110-ish, somewhere in here, I'll be very happy with this trade. So again, holding several thousand shares of BIOC in the swing. Paid my locates for the first night, which was a 7x, which it hurts. But I see long-term value, not long-term, but I see a very big value in swinging this, because it's just basically consolidating. The bag holders continue to hold that are long, thinking that something will happen. People will start to lose their patience, as do a lot of short sellers. I'm not going to lose my patience. I'm going to stay true, stay disciplined, and then watch this start to fade down. So I'm up right now probably about $600-700 on this position. Would like to see this turn out to be about a $1,400 return. We'll see what happens with BIOC. All right, guys, now the last one I want to talk about is NOVN. Now, NOVN is one that I did not actually get to really short, but I wanted to talk about the chart pattern and why I saw value in shorting this one. So while I did not end up getting to stay in this, one of the biggest reasons I did not end up staying in NOVN was because the volume is so grindy. So what I mean by that is the volume is very low. And now this is something you need to watch when you are shorting penny stocks, is there needs to be more volume. When there's only literally 9,000, if you see up here in this upper bar area, you're gonna see volume. See how it says volume up there? Volume is very low on this. So 2,500 shares being traded, that's nothing. This is too low a volume for me. The technicals is what I really do like on this chart. And that is why I considered actually shorting this company, is because when you look at this from a technical standpoint, it's obviously the RSI is overextended. It's at an 86. If you can short somewhere above an 80, especially an 85 or above, it has to have a pullback eventually. So I love RSIs that are that high. It means it is due for a pullback. Does not necessarily mean it's going to pull back, but that is a very strong indicator that I personally use for shorting. The other fact is that yes, you see a double bottom here. It does show reasons to be running up, but you're starting to run into some resistance right here, especially if you pull this up on the 1 year chart. You're going to see that this was obviously very overextended. We have not seen any massive runs like this in the past year. If you go on a further out chart, let's say just 10-year chart, this is obviously really big. This company hasn't even probably been around for that long. I guess it has. It's been around for quite some time here, right? You see this particular downtrend pattern. This company isn't going anywhere anytime soon. But as you do zoom in down here, you can see anytime this company does have these parabolic spikes that run over 60, 70, 80%, such as this one. I mean, this one's run, boy, it's run, a nice almost 200%. So anytime you see a runner like this, these are always great opportunities that I look for to short. Now, the difference with this between something like BIOC is BIOC's volume is somewhere like 6 million shares right here. So this is trading millions and millions of shares. I want the liquidity. Now, obviously right now we're getting down in here where it really doesn't have as much, 732,000 shares of volume. That is a 30-minute chart here. If we're getting in the 1 day, 1 minute chart, Yeah, I mean, you're looking at something like, oh gosh, we're talking like volume of 35,000. Still, that's what you're getting every minute. It's not great because the movement is starting to die out. But if you were to take a look at something like OBLN, for example, this is trading volume right here around 160,000 shares per minute, 90,000 shares per minute. At its low points, it's trading 69, 70,000 shares per minute. On these massive spikes, it's trading over 100,000 shares per minute. So I look for liquidity. You need liquidity in the penny stock market game if you are shorting companies, because you need to be able to bring down the house. So those are some things that I look for. Like I said, biggest things for me personally as a short seller, I'm looking for RSI. I'm looking at not so much the MACD. I do look at the MACD because that's obviously one of my indicators, but big things are RSI, support and resistance, volume, liquidity, making sure that there is a massive spike. I like to see a downtrend with a spike in it, so that indicates that obviously it's bucking the trend. It's actually popping up a little bit higher, but the trend is going to continue down. I don't like shorting something that's just running up and has a history of running up, because it's, again, I'm fighting the overall pattern. I like these companies that have a history of spikes and they come back down. Pump and dumps. Pump and dumps, pump and dumps are my favorite types of setups. I always look at the 180-day chart. Always look at the 1-year chart. Try to look at the 10-year chart if I have enough time. But these are things that you need to do in order to become very proficient at shorting stocks, shorting these garbage companies. And again, most likely we will see OBLN with an offering, if not during after hours, tomorrow sometime, and we will see this thing back under $1. That is my prediction. We'll see if I'm right. Thank you so much for tuning into Young Money Investments. If you like this video, again, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. I do offer a private mentorship where I call out all these stocks as I'm trading on a live basis. Day to day, I'm always in there. We do some live trading sessions as well, where I go live video as well during the week. And then Sundays, we always have our private mentorship group. You get to ask me questions, whatever you want. Free access to me for about 30 to 45 minutes or so. And then there's also the stock market course that I have. Covers long-term investing, swing trading, shorting, options trading, you name it, technical analysis. There is so much packed into this course. It is really ridiculous. It's a pretty dang good value, and it takes out a lot of the mistakes that I made as a new investor, as a new trader, and gives you my years and years of experience without you having to go through the losses that I had to go through in order to get to where I'm at today. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'd love to catch you guys in the next video. Talk to you later. Bye.